And here we go, guys. Today the topic is self-esteem. Thank you so much for coming, for playing this video. Well, if you're driving your car, if you are riding your bike, if you're walking your dog, or well, if you're just playing video games and you are playing the video just for company, so well, here I am, guys. Or I forgot one of my favorite things, to be your company for, which is to wash the dishes. I always talk about it. So, well, here I am, guys. Helping you with these chores that we need to do from time to time that are so annoying. And well, I hope my company can serve in a way. To be with you. To spend a really good time with a friend. Whenever you feel alone, and well, for us to have a really good reflection time. Well, the idea, guys, is not to give you rules or to say, well, this is what you have to do. No, actually, it's like talking to your friend, basically. And well, so I was thinking about the topic for today's ramble, and the topic that came to my mind, or the topic that was knocking on my door, or my mental door, was self-esteem. And well, guys, I would like to get started by saying that self-esteem and I didn't start in a really good way, because I remember my parents. My parents did nothing wrong. Come on, guys. Please. Just before starting. But, whenever there was a new person, when I was a baby or a toddler, whenever there was a person who was, let's say, visiting my parents, to get to know me and my sister, they always tend to tell, let's say, their friends, like, oh, well, Eric is a very shy guy, or a really shy boy, so, just for you to know. And maybe that's the very first thing that I remember my parents saying, but it was not because they wanted me to be shy. Like, they really knew that I was shy, but maybe they could have thrown me, to more social situations at the time. But well, I was a kid, and well, they didn't want me, to be bothered and etc. So in a way, it was like a kind of protection by my parents, and I would have done the same, So if I had a kid, I would do exactly the same. Like, oh, please, say hi to my kid, and well, so stop it, because he's very shy. I would have done exactly the same. But well, let's talk about the moment in which I got, or let's say, whenever I really understood that I was having some self-esteem problems. And the idea, guys, is not to tell you about like really sad things and for us to cry, because you're playing this video, to have some fun and to laugh. Well, of course, I will share maybe something sad or something like that, but I wouldn't be like, oh, come on, guys. No, that's not the intention of the video, of course not. But well, I remember, guys, when I was I would say 13 years old. I had a problem with one of my tooth, so I had a dental process, or a dental procedure, and let's say one of my front teeth got a different color. So whenever I smiled, it was like, and thankfully I solved that problem, but it impeded me, to laugh authentically and so on. And I remember a friend of mine told me, let's say when I was 15 or 16, I guess. She said like, oh, why do you cover your mouth? And I say, why do you cover your mouth when you're laughing? She said. And I said, well, I was not aware that I did that. And she said, wow, come on, you have a beautiful smile. Just a smile. Of course, I didn't want at that time, to get into the details of why I covered my mouth, but I kept that in mind. And sometimes, we start basing our self-esteem on really silly things. So I remember my tooth. It was for me like, oh, come on, I need to solve that problem as soon as possible. And well, so thankfully I did that. Another thing, guys, that I always had as a problem was speaking in public and also with people, because I don't know how you feel about it. Now I can control that a little bit better, but I remember talking to people, and I don't know, guys, if you feel the same sensation, but I feel like that energy, let's say, going through my mouth, like, like you feel like, oh my gosh, and your heart racing and so on, and you are like, hello. Actually, guys, I can share my, let's say, the story of my first French kiss, which was very funny because there was a very, very lovely girl, and well, so she said, Eric, I really like you. I mean, guys, she took the job, I mean, to send me a letter, to almost grab me by my face and say, I really want to be your girlfriend. I mean, she got to that because I was extremely shy. Well, I was 15, 16, so I was very young. Well, I'm still young, guys, but I mean, younger than now, I would say. And she said, I really want to kiss you. I really want to kiss you. And I was like, blocked, like in panic. So a friend of mine came. He was maybe 2 or 3 years older than us. And he said, like, oh, just drink some water. So look at her. She's the girl you always wanted to be your girlfriend. And well, guys, back, let's say, back in, let's say, like 13 for, well, do the math. So love was like very special, and like your first kiss, and he was saying something like, oh, you will remember this kiss forever, so make it special, don't chicken out and whatever. And it took me like 20 minutes to kiss the girl. But well, in my defense, I need to say that after it happened, I was like, oh, I want to kiss you more and more and more. I was like, okay, let's go. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, so talking about, let's say, flirting with girls and so on. There was a time from my 20s to my 29 years old that, I mean, talking to any girl was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Of course, in the meantime, I had a girlfriend that I told you about her in a previous video. But I had like some situationships, but it was because they told me like, oh, you're so cute, so you're a very, let's say, cool guy, so why don't we kiss, or why don't we date for a while? Like, well, sure, I mean, like, I'm not doing anything, so why not? And well, so that was what happened. Um, yeah, but anyway, guys, I would say, if I were to give like tip number one, no, I'm just kidding. No, but something that really bothers me of being shy, and this is why I wanted to change that, and I'm still in the process. I mean, with these YouTube videos and so on, is that sometimes because you are not able to say what you really want in life and so on, maybe you said whatever, and sometimes, guys, you will laugh about it, but I've gone to parties and I've seen beautiful girls, let's say, at the disco, and I'm like, oh, I really want to talk to this girl, and they could literally look at me like, come here, and I'm like frozen. I don't know, guys. I mean, I need to figure out a way, because I don't know, guys, what do you think about it, and I would like to share with you something, and I need to prepare a video about it because I would like to share something very special, a transformation, a body transformation I had. Guys, I would like you, and I promise you guys, and also if you want to, just for fun, guys, you can go to my YouTube channel and you can search, let's say, on my videos or in my videos. I didn't log that video because I really wanted to have the contrast from my first video to now. And guys, I was like super skinny, long hair. My voice was like this. And guys, I mean, nothing against gay people or whatever, but I mean, I was like very, I don't know, like feminine. nothing wrong, of course. I mean, like, I know girls who really like, let's say, guys who are, let's say, how can I say, like, yeah, who have like a more delicate approach to life, and I think it's okay. I mean, like, not every man should be like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. I think, but I mean, like, when you watch this video, I totally recommend you guys to watch this video, or watching this video much better. You will see that, I mean, that could scare at least like 80% of women, because I was speaking like that and I was not like feeding whatever. And the thing, guys, is that I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be superficial, but I mean, we need to be honest, guys, and we need to take into consideration that our society, of course, you can be a really cool person, a really, let's say, a really empathetic person, but the physical part is also important, guys. Okay. Anyway, I started working out because I was feeling tired and I was not feeling attractive and so on. And there was a special moment, guys, that I mean, that shocked me. So we were doing one activity at work. I mean, one of the companies I work for, and the activity was something random. It was like, I mean, you were seated down. Okay, imagine me like this one, and there was a coworker behind you, and the person was supposed to give you a massage. I mean, nothing like, nothing like what you're thinking, or nothing. Sorry, guys, nothing naughty, or well. And in the meantime, the person was supposed to tell you something nice about you, and well, I was listening to my colleagues saying like, "Well, you are a really good worker. Oh, you are very patient. So oh, you always help me in times of need, whatever." Then there was that coworker, and she was, let's say, giving me that massage, and she said something like, "Oh man, you're so skinny," but she said like in a really bad way, like, "Oh, you're so skinny. Come on, you need to eat food. I mean, like, you're so skinny. That's ugly." I was okay, cool. And the thing, guys, is that I mean, I have a body that I feel happy about it because I have worked so hard on that. But I don't know, guys, if it happens to you or if it happened. Not only with your body but also, let's say, in your professional life or with your friends. Maybe, let's say, maybe you were a really shy person and now you are very sociable, but inside you, because maybe when you were let's say when you were a kid, or let's say you suffer a lot of bullying or whatever. Well, it was not my case, thankfully, but I mean, like, these voices tell you like, oh, for example, these voices were telling me, for example, talking to a girl, or interacting with people, like, "Oh, you are this skinny guy who has like big teeth, and and all your face is all about your eyes and whatever." So, or sometimes, guys, it happens to me, and you won't believe that. Sometimes, for example, there's a gap, like, I mean, for me to cross, or for me to enter into a place or whatever, like these fences, you know. Yeah, I mean, let's suppose, I mean, you need to cross a fence because there's a park or whatever, and the first thing is that I imagine myself being like that skinny, and when I try to cross, it's like, of course, because, guys, at that time, whenever you, or if you had the possibility to watch that video, I'm talking about a book in Portuguese if you want to. I was, or let's say my weight was 50 kilos, right? 175 centimeters. Well, if you are in the United States, guys, so do the conversion. Well, let's say I'm a medium-sized guy. Well, not for American standards because you guys are super tall. Well, yeah, whatever. I'm a standard guy in terms of my height. But, guys, imagine that, like, 50 kilos, 175 centimeters. So yeah, now, well, my weight is like 92 kilos. Hey, it's amazing. Well, even my face looks great. Like I look healthy. But actually, guys, yeah, I mean, like this is something very important. I mean, for our self-esteem. So whenever I see myself in the mirror, it's like, oh, bro. I mean, like looks good. I mean, what I'm seeing. And that gives you that confidence, guys. I mean, like to talk to people. I mean, to share your ideas. Of course, you need to always. This is something that I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of months ago, and he was saying like, oh, but you need to really love yourself and look yourself in the mirror and say that you are super handsome and whatever. But I think, guys, well, I don't know if it's because of my upbringing or whatever, but I'm not like into that school, or into that way of thinking, because I don't know. I mean, whenever I had a, let's say, that urge, or whenever I thought that it was a good idea to be arrogant and to say, yeah, I'm the best one and whatever, like life always brought me situations that really, let's say, crushed me, like problems at work, or let's say problems with my family, let's say in terms of a sick person, maybe financial problems. So this is why, guys, and I don't know what you think about, but there's a moment that when you are like into that arrogance vibe and whatever, um I mean, like you disconnect yourself from your own essence, and my essence is like to be a regular guy. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can have like a cool body and whatever, but I mean that's not gonna change anything. I mean, like I need to wake up at the same hour. I need to cook, let's say, or I need to prepare my breakfast. I need to brush my teeth. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna say like, oh, you're so handsome, so now I'm gonna cook for you or whatever. No, come on. So, but anyway, it's good to, I mean, to feel good or to feel well in your own skin, to look at the mirror or look yourself in the mirror, sorry, and say, well, so I feel comfortable with my haircut and whatever. But I wouldn't like, guys, I mean, just to talk about the superficial part, because I consider that part of being, let's say, self-confident and to develop that self-esteem is more about the external part. I'm not, well, what I'm saying is not like to look for approval on other people, because it's impossible. People would say one day that you look amazing, that you look handsome and whatever, and another day they would say like, oh, come on, you look like, so we cannot depend a lot on others' opinions. But what I mean is that sometimes we focus too much like, oh, and we can have like affirmations and whatever, like, oh, I'm the best person in the room, I'm super intelligent and so on. But I think, guys, I don't know if it happens to you, but when you focus too much on yourself, your conversations are horrible, so for example, guys, if I feel that I'm, let's say, getting very stressed in the conversation, or I'm like auditing myself, like, oh, am I, how my eyebrows are, I don't want to offend this person with my body language and whatever. So when you start focusing too much on yourself, I mean, like, you don't connect with the person, and then you start questioning your self-esteem, like, oh, this person will think that I'm stupid or whatever. So something, guys, that I try to do, I mean, for me to manage the self-esteem catch 22 is basically to, yeah, I mean, like, just to say hello to the person, start a conversation very slowly. I don't like to rush, let's say, within the first seconds of the conversation, because I've noticed, guys, that when you speak fast, uh, let's say within the first seconds of the conversation, people panic. I mean, like, you just say like, hey, what's it going, or how's it going, what about life, how are the kids and whatever. Oh, so people tend to, like, to panic. I used to do that in the past, but well, I was not aware of these kind of tips. So yeah, I always like to start my conversation like, hello, uh, thank you for coming, how are you, Okay. And well, also, well, you can start with this small talk. There are people who say, like, no, start your conversations with something very spectacular. So, guys, I mean, I think it's preposterous to go to the supermarket and talk to the cashier, like, oh, have you seen that? There are, let's say, there are spatial explorations coming. Like, the guy would say, like, bro, I don't care, you know. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm against some, let's say, some tips that are given. I mean, as long as you're authentic and as long as you don't focus too much on yourself, I mean, like, to give yourself a lot of attention and to put yourself into a pedestal, I would say that your self confidence will be a byproduct of that. But something, guys, and also to, wow, I've been speaking like forever, guys, now. So I mean, just to talk about the last topic, guys, is negative conversations with yourself, saying like, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so lazy. Guys, I try not to do that because it limits you. I'm not like this kind of new age guy saying like, oh no, because that's gonna bring bad energies or whatever. No, I don't see it from that light, but I see it much more from the perspective of, I mean, like, when you say I can't, for example, I can't go to that party and, I don't know, dance very well, whatever. So you're setting some boundaries to yourself. You know, like, okay, I'm not trying not to do that and whatever, and it keeps us within our comfort zone. So yeah, I try not to fall into that trap. And well, I mean, like, if it's supposed to be done, so just do it, whatever. But I mean, like, try not to shy away from challenges, you know. And using these negative words is a coward way to say like, well, I don't want to do it and whatever. So yeah, for example, guys, these YouTube videos. I mean, I spent maybe like 2 years thinking like, no, come on, this is not gonna make sense. I mean, people will think that I'm boring and people blah 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 and so on. And I say, bro, but I mean, like, you need to do it. Yeah, I mean, maybe you would feel that you're a boring person, but come on, just speak. I mean, like, speak, think about the topics, take some notes, and kind of, let's say, set your mind to what you're going to say. And well, so some people will love you, some people will say that you are stupid, but whatever. I mean, like, I prefer to be doing this than, I don't know, scrolling on Instagram, wasting my time, because I mean, what you gonna watch at the end of the day, or what you gonna see? Well, depending, guys. I need your help with that verb. What you gonna watch or see on Instagram? People traveling, which is good. I mean, nothing against that. Some people getting married, some people having their graduations and so on. So it's okay. I mean, actually, before recording this video, I was doing exactly the same. But there's a point that I was like, oh, I mean, I'm wasting a lot of time. Let's do something productive, you know? Well, so it's okay, you know? And I know that maybe people who are criticizing YouTubers or players, football players, basketball players, are regularly people that they never played the sport and whatever. So, yeah, I mean, why caring about that, you know? So, absolutely. And well, finally, guys, I would like to talk about negative friends, but I would like to clarify something. A negative friend, or what I mean by a negative friend, is not the friend who says, bro, you're making this mistake. I love you. Eh, that's why I'm telling you that this is not good for you. No. For me, this is an excellent friend, and we need these friends who really give us these warnings. What I mean is more like this friend who says like, "Oh, congratulations," and so on, and let's say behind you he's saying like, "Oh, Marcus is so stupid because he thinks that whatever, whatever." You know that they talk BS about you with other people, but in front of you they say like, "Oh, congratulations! I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm sharing your." Let's say I made your blessing mine and all of these BS, you know. So personally, what I like to do, I don't like to be confrontational in these cases, but I kind of read the situation. I see where the person is coming from, and well, basically. I start limiting, let's say, the news. Like, Eric, how's it going? Well, I'm doing great. Just work, So just a couple of things to do and whatever. Oh, but tell me more about. No, actually, it's just the same. I mean, like, same old, same old. What about you? Tell me. How about your family? And I change the focus. And if I notice that the person doesn't want to change and the person is all about envy and like, oh, Eric, yes, and me, no, it's like, so, well, of course, I do it in a very subtle way. I start like speaking less with the person and so on, and well, God bless them, or well, good luck with their lives, and that's okay, guys, because we don't need that kind of people like pretending they're your friends. And yeah, I think like once you get, let's say, once you are 30 years old plus, you start appreciating, let's say, the people who really, let's say, cares about you, or the people who really care about you. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, like this is all about my rumble, guys. I don't know if you noticed that I'm a little bit tired. Maybe it's very hot today. It was supposed to be a cold night, but summer is taking forever to go away, and I'm tired, guys. I don't want any more of this heat. I mean, because you go to sleep, you sweat a lot, and it's so uncomfortable. I'm this kind of guy who's very happy with 15 degrees, well, still Celsius degrees. That's heaven. But anyway, so one step at a time. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this rumble. Thank you um for taking me wherever you're going. Well, thank you so much, guys, for considering me your friend. May you have a wonderful day. Hey, I know, guys, that we rumble and we can be a little bit negative and whatever, but at the end of the day, so it's all about being happy and well, chilling and vibing and whatever, and like complaining a little bit. It's also fun. It's fun. I mean, we can complain about, let's say, different things in life, and well, and after the conversation, you say like, well, but my life is cool, and well, let's go on. And basically, guys, this is what we do with our friends. Thank you. Have a good one, and well, talk to you soon with another topic and well, maybe another football jersey.